Hello everyone who is watching this video. We are the number 20 group of Blue Sea Consulting. Our team members are Julian, Yihui, Liyuan, and me, Wentao. We will report on the popularity of the remote hybrid teams under the background of the COVID-19 epidemic and the combination of this mode and our company. We have summarized each member's report for these contents, and after discussion and optimization, we have reached the following conclusions. From the table, we can clearly see that the advantages and disadvantages of remote hybrid teams are divided in detail according to individual and group. The more important points for employees and company are that it helps the company's business expansion and saves space costs. For employees, it saves time and money spent on commuting. But the shortcomings that need to be noted are the increase in the employees' mental stress and the weakening of the company's leadership. And this is one of the reasons why we need to establish a shared corporate culture. Surrounded by a shared culture, employees' sense of belonging and trusting in the company will increase, which is more conducive to the long-term development of our company. The establishment of the shared corporate culture requires the consent of all members. Some of the basic contents are shown on this page. Dealing with the diversity of our company's employees is also an important measure to maintain fairness in the corporate culture. Our company should understand the needs of employees and customers to establish a reasonable mixed working mode and constantly iterate and adjust in practice so that each team has its own unique and most appropriate working mode under the overall regulations of our company. Regarding the question of how to improve employees' focus on work, our company can train employees to carry out mindfulness exercise in a planned way to enhance employees' awareness of self-control, thereby enhancing their concentration. Next, my partners will report on the implementation of the remote hybrid team and the client relationships. Welcome, Julian.
Now I am going to talk about the policy and guidelines for hybrid teams. We have worked together as a team to develop a policy and guidelines that allow Blue Sea Consulting to implement the hybrid model throughout the company. This policy and guidelines address the following issues: the discrimination between the team members of the company, the communication between team members and leaders of the company, the mental and physical health of the employees, suitable home office and equipment for team members, diversity of the teams, and the connection and shared commitment between employees. This is the draft policy that we have developed, and it declares the following statements. We will ensure that every team member is treated with respect. We will not accept any kind of discriminatory behavior, victimization, or harassment. We will promote an open communication between team members and leaders of the company. We will preserve the physical and mental health of the team members. We will ensure that each team member has the right workplace and equipment to carry out their activities. We will promote diversity in teams to make this a strength of the company. And we will provide opportunities for team members to connect and interact with each other. To comply with all these statements, the company must take and follow the actions mentioned in the guidelines. For example, to ensure that every team member is treated with respect, the company has to educate the team members about discrimination, harassment, and inappropriate behaviors. It has also to develop a confidential program to deal with accusations regarding those behaviors. We have also developed a draft responsibility statement to allocate the responsibility of the leaders and the member of the company. In the case of the leaders, they have to establish the responsibilities and duties of every team member and define how they are going to communicate between each other. Leaders must also have to have an open and continuous communication with employees. They have to organize meetings to evaluate the progress of the employees, motivate them, know how they are, and solve every difficulty that they may face. They have to also strive for equality. Therefore, they have to evaluate the way that they are treating the different employees and understand what each member needs so they can provide the best condition for them to succeed. In the case of their responsibility for team members, they have to engage with the job. All employees must know their responsibility and try to work and concentrate during working hours and not during resting time. And they have to put effort and participate actively in every meeting, social activity, or event that the company organized. Now, Yihui is going to speak about the engagement plan.
Thank you, Julian. Hello, everyone. I'm Yihui. I will introduce engagement plan. It's divided into two parts, which are 4 steps and 3 points. Okay, let's begin. The first step is giving documents to every employee and ensuring transparency of documents, like this picture. Everyone can have enough time to read and think about them. During this period, employers would associate new policy and guidelines with their interests and consider the pros and cons. Then we proceed to the next step, build a form such as flags and collect opinions or suggestions from employees. In this step, we need to confirm the whole process is anonymous. Employees can speak freely and reduce their worries. Thoughts from employees' hearts could be taken into consideration by the company. After collecting them, the next step is building a community platform and showing opinions or suggestions to employees. Employees could see the suggestion of each other and give comments to them. This situation can greatly avoid prejudice for self-interest, creating a free work atmosphere and enhancing employees' sense of belonging to the company. The last step is modifying the policy by voting. Using method of voting could make more people to believe and execute policy and increase the successful implementation rate of new policy and guidelines. In addition, there are 3 points could improve the successful rate of revising the draft policy and guidelines. We can see this picture. 3 pictures represent 3 phenomena. Due to COVID-19, telecommuting gives leaders even more reason to view employees' behavior. The privacy of them is threatened by Zoom. The next problem is unfair wages. Some people go to office to work, but some people work at home. Employees who are in the company are more likely to be affected by the virus. Same salary would be fair for them. The last one is job information. Employees will feel confused about their future and lose hope of working in the company. 3 phenomena would increase the pressure and negative emotions of employees. If company could avoid these phenomena, employees' negative emotions will be reduced. Okay, welcome Liyuan to talk about impact on client.
In the final part of this report, we analyze the effect of a hybrid working model on customer relationships, set expected goals for customer relationships, and make recommendations on how to do so. First, for the existing customers. As long as we maintain original service quality, establishing an effective communication platform, let customers feel the benefit brought by online service, then we can say that the impact is positive. As for potential customers, as more and more companies develop hybrid work models, customers are no longer bound by geographical constraints when making choices, so they will have more choices. This creates the challenge they will face to become more competitive. Under the influence of many uncertain factors, we set the following goals: developing a long-term cooperative partnership with existing customers, as well as exploring and developing potential customer groups. How can we get that? We suggest first step is to show past project achievement on website, including how we get the most suitable team members in accordance with customer requirements, and what kind of team culture each team spawned, and the corporate culture, as well as precising processes visually. Let the customers be clear at a glance, embody the ability of our business. Secondly, in the process of communication with customers, show our customer-centered service concept. Let customers feel that our company in the process of service is standing at the same starting point with them. We will gain customer recognition so as to develop long-term cooperative relations. Finally, due to many uncertain factors, it's necessary to pay attention to the trends of customer groups and adjust strategies in time to adapt to the changes in each stage of social development and the needs of customer groups. In conclusion, everybody should remain open and patient, being agile and adapting. The management should find ways to ensure the well-being of employees and allow them to maintain a positive work-life balance. And everyone should discover the importance of establishing shared corporate culture and apply corporate culture to future development. Our leaders and employees should participate in that the best result. Hope you have totally understood this report and it has been helpful to you. Thanks for watching.